So it's pouring down raining outside. And, I'm standing on the porch. And I hadn't planned to talk to you guys today because I was waiting on word. And I got word. And what happened was, I want you guys, when it's raining outside, you guys, you rarely see animals when it's pouring down raining outside because they take shelter just like you take shelter. So I'm standing out on the porch, looking at the rain come down. And this little sparrow flies out of nowhere and lands directly in front of me and is facing me and jumps on the highest branch of the tree that I was facing, extended out towards me and sat right on that very delicate branch because it was just a thin little branch, sat right on that branch facing me and shook off the water and just continued to stare at me, but didn't tweak, didn't chirp at me or anything. Just continued to stare at me. And I took in the fact that you know obviously this is a sign, and I know what the bird is saying, but I just want for you guys, deductive reasoning. We're going to do some stuff today, and I want to talk a little bit, just to get you guys to think outside the box. That's a better way to say it. But you guys know how nature operates. You go outside, you see the birds. You rarely see birds in a rainstorm of any kind, any species. And so there are no other birds, out here, folks, where I was at. There were no other birds in the sky, nowhere. I didn't even see this bird fly out. But the bird flew out of nowhere, and it was coming down rain, and and was really close to the bird. The bird just sat there and looked at me and shook off water. And we stood there and just looked at each other. Now I was talking the whole time in my mind. And we were having some communication, but and that's not important. The point is the bird sent word. And I wanted you to think about what I was looking at in real time. A bird sitting on a branch in the middle of a rainstorm, a little teeny bird, shaking rain off consistently because he's so wet. And I know he's there for an important reason, right? I faithfully was awaiting this bird. And when the bird showed up, just like your postman or something, I was ready to go. Knew I had to talk. Knew I had some things. Every night I talk to the Lord about what I want to talk about. And last night, I was actually going to talk to y'all last night. He told me not to do it. It wasn't time yet. And there's still more things I want to issue, but I'm waiting on those. So when I saw the bird today, the bird was not telling me to speak on the issuance that I'm going to bring forth in maybe another video soon coming up. The bird pretty much wanted me to discuss some things based on, what I keep asking the Lord about, and I'm going to try to talk about this to y'all because there's a lot to get out of this. But I want y'all to think about the real time. In real time, I saw this take place, and because I'm in faith, and because, obviously because I'm dealing on the level I'm dealing, I understand. But remember, folks, there was always a day one. There was always a day one for me, for any of you who awoke at this time. And there was always some point where something happened where you had to move it a little bit further. It took your effort on your end. The Lord was putting it right in front of your face, and you just had to meet him somewhere. So like I said, because he controls all things, there's really obviously technically no such thing as free will. But when I speak of free will, I'm speaking on what he allows you, folks. He controls it all, every second of it. But the little piece of you that you identify with you is really him. But he allows you to believe that that's you. And in that space, you have choices and stuff. You have a choice to praise him, to reach out to him. You have a choice to oppose him. That's why I gave the enemies their choices. And you have a choice to do a lot of things, even though he's in control. Now, because he's in actual full level certified control across the board, you'd be a fool to oppose him. You'd be stupid. And that's where we're talking today, because a lot of people are stupid. This is not just about taking jabs at you guys about your intelligence levels. And I'm not talking about your intelligence in the world, if you can add 2 plus 2 or something. Those are fundamental things. There's that phone thing again. But there's that fundamental thing about, basic 2 plus 2 computation. And then if you could take just a little bit of the core of that, the muscle of that, the technical of that, and apply it on every level in how you reason something, right? Then you can get somewhat of a conclusion, or maybe you will conclude that you don't know anything, which is really greater on some level. And I know I talk a lot about stuff that may be over your heads, because I'm speaking from a place of no, but I have faith, and you guys have it too, and that's what we're sharing in. We're sharing in that faith. So I got word to talk, and why am I talking to y'all? Not to hear myself speak, but I did have a chance today to watch some of the inaugural address. And well, not inaugural address, but the speech that the president-elect would make or something. I had a chance to peep off some of the kind words from these devils. And the first thing I took notice to was, and this is why I really need to talk to y'all about, is that your perceptions and the Trojan horse and certain things and the way things are presented to you. And I did hear a lot about rollouts and what was going to be taking place and implemented. A lot of this stuff is going on as we speak across the world, society, and different nations. People are implementing things. And in the nation that you're in, they have some rollouts that they're going to do. And then you heard this guy speak about it. And I try to make you guys understand that the people who seem so concerned about you are the same people who poison you every day on many levels and kill you in record-breaking numbers, more than a pandemic has ever done, right? These people have killed you for generations in various ways. Will put poison in your product, will change laws and make it possible to do that, right? So when you see these same people and they're really, really concerned about your health, it's not really the case. It may have something more to do with themselves. Maybe they're in fear about something involving themselves. They need to get a clamp down on this because they're seeing that it's taking them out of here, whatever this thing is. And I'm going to talk about the thing, quote unquote, because it's not a thing. Greatness is not a thing, folks. And you're going to bear witness. But I heard this person speak, this fake leader. I heard them speak, and I heard them say, they named certain people that they were going to target up front. And, and I happen to notice that all of these people share a commonality, even though they name different subgroups of a group. But I noticed that, they were going down, they said they're going to get these people. They were naming particular groups. Y'all go back, and we're not getting back and forth. Just go back and look at it and listen to what's being said, right? Now, when you think about how this all took place, it started out somewhere else. And it was a problem over there for a while. Even when we didn't know about it, it was their problem. Whoever, y'all know who I'm talking about. It was their problem, right? We're just talking technical. We're not talking about greater things yet, but we're just talking about the basics of what you think you know, because that's how y'all operate on base level. So, and on the base level scheme of things, something took place, right? Something popped off somewhere, and it was the problem that those people in that particular area of the world were having a problem, right? And they were keeping it a secret. It went on. We don't even really know how long it went on for them. We can guesstimate, but they know exactly how long it went on for them, and it was their problem. These are the people who don't have people who look like anybody on that list that was named, who don't have anybody on that list in their country like that. And if they are, they were throwing them out, remember? So these people were going through a problem, right? And it was their problem. Then somehow it jumped from them to other parts of the world, and it became a problem of the world at large, right? And it wasn't really about specific groups. Everybody in the world at large was going through this. As a matter of fact, more people in opposite groups were going through this than the people that were named, on this list, right? So no one's thinking about the fact that the people that are named on the list are actually put on that list for a reason, because they're targets, right? There's a certain reason why all of this rollout, and y'all know what I'm talking about, all the stuff they want to do, this devilry and stuff. there are certain people that they want to make sure that they put their hands on first, and they want to touch these people first and get them straight first, because those people have the power, folks. Right? Now, because those people, those special people, right? And in that group of people, there are people that are chosen by the Most High that He has His finger on. And the minute that those people are, that someone attempts to harm those people, there will be a serious fucking problem in real time for the motherfucking people who think that they're Billy Badasses. I like that. I like saying that because y'all think y'all Billy Badasses, right? I brought up y'all shooting guns and missiles and stuff because that's all you have that makes you think you're great, and it's nothing, right? You might as well be pick up a damn a rock or something, or a stick, because that's what you're dealing with. That's what you're working with. The weapons that you have are primitive. They're not anything, folks. Right? Right? So because you sling the sword so well, right? That clanky piece of metal, because you can sling it so well, you somehow think that you have become so great that you can put that sword in the heavens and you can do some stuff with it in the heavens and you'll get your ass handed back to you. Period. And it's so funny because I'm sitting there listening to this person talk, and I'm listening to all of the lies, and from my perspective, I'm listening, I hear it for what it is. They're going to go after certain people. It's important that they get those people clamped down right away, because they're afraid that those people are going to be delivered and have some kind of strength or authority over them. And this is what this is all about. Their fear, folks. Right? Okay? When you're assisted by God, by the Most High Source, Creator of the universe, Vishnu, there is no one who can come against you, folks. So a lot of the times when you see me talk about out here and y'all like, this guy's really brash, isn't he? I am. Because I know the power, folks. I know who makes your air. You're breathing air. The people who think that they are in charge are breathing the same air you're breathing, right? They're not great, right? Right? So, because they have already, done everything but come out of their mouth and say they're declaring war with the heavens have already declared war on them, right? Because as soon as you decide to put your hands on children of the heavens, children of the Most High, you have literally stepped into something, and you're going to have it finished for you, right? You're going to see this story play out, right? You don't want to be on the other end of the wrath, folks, right? You want to be behind the Lord as He slays. So I come before the world society, and knowing what's right, knowing what's wrong, looking at it, being counseled by greater authorities, right? Who see the devils, who know the devils are fucking fools, and I can see it for myself. But you guys listen to all of this stuff and you fell for a Trojan horse because you went in this thinking that you were going to be delivered from some other evil, and it's all the same hand of evil, folks. Different finger on the hand. You just, you pick that finger. Right? So because you're unaware of the secrecy of these devils and on the ways and levels that they operate, you are completely unaware that everything that they have you doing is something that they are already planned and talk about in secret, right? All those times when you heard about those great power, quote unquote, power meetings somewhere on the earth, and people were meeting up and you weren't invited and you weren't privy to what they discussed, those are those kind of things, folks, where they plan out this kind of shit. Right? Everybody's sitting in there breathing air, underarms funking and shit, stomachs growling because, they got to get lunch and shit, but they're talking about fighting God. Please. Right? The next video that I do probably, and I'm not going to necessarily say the next video because I'm waiting for word, but when I get word, I will issue some more things, right? Relative to what's going on right now, right? The Lord is going to stop all of the foolishness, right? Like I told you, there are people that are designated to go through this, right? Because you're stupid anyway. You have already bought into it, and so you will be a victim of your own hands on that level. But for the people who have faith and know that the Lord is the power, know that God is in control of everything, you will be delivered in this situation, right? Right? When y'all see the real power manifesting before y'all eyes, and y'all see the devils get their face smacked in front of your face. Fuck a machine gun. What can you do with that machine gun? How about I take that machine gun and make you shoot that guy next to you with the machine gun? How about he shoots that guy and that guy shoots that guy, and then y'all keep shooting each other till everybody's laying in a pile or something? How about that? That's the kind of energy you're dealing with when you're talking about the heavens, folks. They don't have to lay a hand on, they can make you lay a hand on somebody else, and that's what you're doing right now, right? All of the stuff you're doing, the Lord is in control. Do you not understand? Are y'all getting this? Right? So I sat there and looked at that and I said, man, these people have literally signed on to their own slaughter. Right? And I know who I'm talking to because I've been out here in the world, folks. I've heard many conversations. So I know that I've taken the temperature. I know that there's a lot of you who believe in this bullshit. You're not going to be at a crowd later on. I'm just letting you know that for the record, just to let you know, right? You made your decisions, right? You trust the devil, and when you see the devil get his ass handed back to him, because I told you guys, what is faith? What is understanding all of this? Understanding all of this is realizing, because I have already seen the heavens, folks. I am not afraid of physical death. As a matter of fact, if it had to come to that for me, folks, it would make me even stronger. If I were to leave this body that I'm in, there will be countless people who will shit their pants because they are going to get it. I'm telling you. Just think about what I'm saying to you. Think about what I know that makes me confident on this level where I'm not afraid, folks. Just think about it, right? These people are limited. They only have the strength of what they do right now. They're not guaranteed everlasting life beyond this, right? They're not guaranteed power beyond this. They will suffer if they leave their bodies. They will suffer. Trust me, right? So imagine me being able to have all my faculties just like I have right now, and super strength, the strength that I'm going to get. Just imagine that strength, right? And you're not able to harm me with a sword or a bullet or something. Just think about that. Once you think about what I'm going to do, what you're going to bear witness to, right? Because you don't believe, you don't understand, you haven't seen, and that's your curse. You're almost cursed in your ignorance because you haven't seen, you don't know that God is the greater authority. Right? I want you guys to just think about what's being said to you. At this point, we already going down that path. They already got it rolled out when they're going to do this or that. You thought you had freedom, but you're going to realize that you never had it. And it's coming up, folks. You're going to bear witness to all of this stuff that's coming down the pike, that's coming real soon. You're going to bear witness to it. Are you prepared for it? Do you know who holds you in strength? Do you know who holds your soul? Are you prepared to die? See, these are really important things, because you're going to realize that this person that you follow behind, you're going to realize that this person that you put your all into, this man, these people in government, they will kill you, folks. You're going to realize that. They will be willing to take you out of here. And once you see that, it's going to be too late, and you're going to cry out for the Most High. He will not hear you. That's all I wanted to say right now. I'll come back. I'll polish this up maybe, but I stopped because, I figured that I had to talk about that, or at least get y'all thinking about that. At this point, you should not be sitting around listening for what the authorities are going to tell you to save you. You should be listening to hear the treachery of their plans. You should be listening and reading between the lines that they read to you. Hear what they're saying, folks, right? Pray to the Most High Source Creator of the universe. Pray to Vishnu, folks, right? Hold on to your doctrines. If you don't want to listen on that level, that's fair, fine, right? right? But you'll be convinced soon enough. You'll be convinced once you see certain things, and that's fair. I'm just telling you that you need to hold on to God, to the Most High, to the creator of your souls. That being who holds the life of all things, who holds the heavens, who will wreck shop on your motherfucking asses very soon. Look forward to it. And if you're not looking forward to it, then that's a telltale to who's who, folks. See, this is what I'm looking at. I've talked to many people. Like I said, I know who's supporting this society. I know who has their faith in this society. Right? I know. Next video, y'all.